Loso's so freaking hot, I can't even finish this video without taking my jacket off. All right, so we're in South End, and it's been 2 years since we've done a South End video, so I figured it was time for an update. Today, we're gonna focus on some of the biggest changes in South End, featuring the 3 hottest new areas, Tremont, Atherton, and Loso. As you walk from the rail trail down towards Tryon Street on Tremont, you'll notice there's tons of retail development that's been going on, such as QC Poorhouse, Para, which is a great new restaurant. You have Broken Promises, which is an awesome new cocktail lounge. You've got Sycamore right down the street. You have Pins Mechanical down the street, and the list goes on and on and on. So as you start getting closer to Tryon, down Tremont, and you pass Pins and you pass some of these other restaurants, you'll notice that it becomes a lot more residential. And there's a couple really substantial townhome communities that have gone up in the last couple years, including one that's getting built right now. So let's go check those out. Actually, on our way to Tryon Street, just noticed that Benny's just opened here. And if you haven't been to Benny's yet, their pizza is like this big for each slice. If you haven't had it, you've got to try it. So if you're following the map, you can see it's literally a straight shot down Tremont, which leads us to where we're standing right now, Tremont Square. Go figure, it's on Tremont. And so this is a Ryan Homes townhome community that was built a few years ago, and you can tell there's just tons of townhomes in here, and the location is hard to beat. Where we're standing right now, about a year ago, the average price per square foot was $296 a foot, and this year it's $360 per square foot, which is a 21% increase. It just goes to show how much growth has gone on in this part of South End. So literally right across the street from Tremont Square is Tremont Station, which is a townhome community filled with luxury townhomes built by Toll Brothers, which features all kinds of different floor plans, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom options. They've got all kinds of stuff, and you can see they're actually still building these. And what's pretty wild about these is instead of building them out of stick or wood, because lumber's gotten so expensive, they're actually building them out of steel. Okay, to wrap up the Tremont area, right behind me is the intersection of Tremont and Toomey, which is going to be a massive mixed-use development project, and they're going through a lot of the rezoning and the planning of that right now. And you'll notice that in these areas, you have residential growth, you have retail growth, and it's all going to be capped off by a project like this mixed-use project on the corner of Tremont and Toomey. And on that note, let's go to Atherton. Now that we're in the Atherton area, which you can tell, right behind me is where we started this morning in the Tremont corridor. It's directly adjacent to Tremont, but unlike Tremont, it's much more retail focused than residential focused. When you come here for the retail, you'll notice there's all kinds of restaurants such as Not Just Coffee, Indako, Oku, and the Eagle, and then there's all kinds of shopping such as Bonobos, West Elm, and Lululemon. And on the residential side of the Atherton area, it's going to be much more focused on apartments versus townhomes, condos, and single-family homes. So to round out our South End update, the last place I wanted to stop is Loso, which you can tell from behind me is a much larger residential area with tons of new development going on. Loso has always traditionally been a lot more residential than retail, and that's mainly because of the fact that this whole area of South End has been butting up to neighborhoods like Sedgefield and Colonial Village. Both of those neighborhoods, combined with what's going on in Loso, are going to present for a huge growth opportunity in this part of South End. in this part of South End, in the Loso area, within the last 6 months, units on average sold for $460,000. Currently, under contract units are averaging like $475,000. And I know personally that I've got 2 buyers buying in Bronson Square, and these townhomes are going in the 600s. So you can see that the prices are trending up, so now's the time to get in. So focusing more on the retail and mixed use side of Loso versus the residential side, you can clearly see behind me the huge, well, apartment building that went up by Crescent Communities. It's called Novel Loso. But right next to it, there's a huge mixed use project. It's like 190,000 square foot mixed use project that's being developed by Beacon Partners. And the thing that's awesome about that is the people who are buying in Bronson Square, the people who are living in Novel Loso, the people who own in South Village, they all have a hub that they will be able to focus on and be able to enjoy while they're living in this area. The last place we're stopping today is like the OG Loso. You've got all kinds of breweries and gyms and different things going on here that's really builds up the entertainment factor. So you've got Queen Park Social, there's Old Mecklenburg Brewery, you've got Protagonist, the list goes on, but you can see why South End as a whole, between Tremont, Atherton, and Loso, has just exploded in the last couple years. And if you enjoy watching these videos, please do me a huge favor. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube so I can see you next week.